Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
Video shows horrors of drug war as cops corner unarmed man for having a plant, execute him. Thomasville police officers were cleared in the killing of an unarmed Georgia man while trying to arrest him for having a plant, in spite of graphic body cam footage showing the shooting. By Jack Burns, May 16, 2018. Thomasville, Georgia. Thomasville police officers have been cleared by a grand jury in the shooting death of 37-year-old Herbert Gilbert Jr. following the grand jury's ruling that the officer-involved shooting was justified. Thomasville police released body camera footage of the deadly encounter. The graphic footage shows Gilbert's attempt to flee in his SUV, only to be gunned down by officers who presumably feared for their lives. Gilbert did not have a gun, was not attempting to run over any officers, and was actually backing up his vehicle when Officer Josh Smith shot him 8 times through the windshield. His original crime? He had an illegal plant. When the body camera footage begins, officers can be heard saying they have a search warrant and announce their presence inside a house. Gilbert wasted no time attempting to flee, but the chase was made exponentially more dangerous when a Thomasville officer attempted to stop Gilbert with the maneuver known as the pit maneuver. That action, which was dangerously conducted in a residential neighborhood, pushed Gilbert's car into a neighboring yard. He was still in command of his vehicle and attempted to flee yet again. After the officer, who was on foot, caught up with the vehicles, Gilbert can be clearly seen backing up his vehicle. Who knows if he was attempting to put his vehicle in park and simply surrender, but none of that matters now. Officer Smith opened fire as he was backing up his car. It's unclear if his vehicle was thrown into drive as he lurched forward as a result of being struck by the bullets, or if he deliberately put the vehicle in drive. Unfortunately, Gilbert died from the injuries he sustained. After searching the dead man's belongings, police say they found an undisclosed amount of cannabis and $883, along with a set of scales. Ultimately, Gilbert was shot and killed by police for the crime of possessing a plant and attempting to flee. Neither so-called offenses should carry the death penalty in the minds of many who were outraged by the brazen hit on one of their community members. For weeks, Black Lives Matter protests followed Gilbert's assassination. Ironically, cannabis oil has been legalized in the state of Georgia, but the disconnect still remains. Cannabis oil is a derivative of marijuana, leading many advocates to believe Gilbert's death was unnecessary and unjustified. Equally troubling is the practice by police of executing people who are suspected of possessing the harmless plant when and if they attempt to resist arrest or get away. In 2016, South Carolina resident Zach Hammond, 19, was killed in similar guerrilla fashion after Seneca police attempted to arrest his passenger, Tory Morton, for a minuscule amount of marijuana. Similarly, police claimed Hammond was driving his vehicle in the direction of the officer, thereby posing a deadly threat. But as TFTP's Matt Agarist wrote, Hammond's autopsy revealed that the teen was shot in the back of his left shoulder and his side. According to witness statements, Hammond's vehicle was not moving when Tiller shot him twice. In a letter from Hammond's attorney to the FBI, a witness has recently come forward describing officers planting evidence under Hammond's body and high-fiving his dead hand after the shooting. Seneca police officer Mark Tiller is the peace officer who killed Hammond. Tiller wasn't fired or disciplined following the shooting, but his employment was terminated a year following the shooting for an undisclosed reason. Tiller's termination may have been related to a lawsuit filed by Morton against the Seneca PD, the city of Seneca, and Seneca Police Chief John Covington. Morton says police pressured her into saying Hammond was armed, and threatened her with marijuana prosecution charges if she didn't give in and lie. According to the Independent Mail, Morton's lawsuit alleges that a marijuana charge has been hanging over her head for nearly 2 years as a form of leverage by Seneca officials who don't want her cooperating with a federal investigation. The lawsuit also says she was taken to several undisclosed locations for unrecorded interviews in the wake of the shooting and was pressured into saying Hammond was armed. He was unarmed. Such is the sad state of affairs in the failed war on drugs. Not only are people being gunned down by trigger-happy police officers for victimless crimes of possessing a plant, but they're apparently more than willing to lie about what actually happened and what they found on their dead suspects following such controversial assassinations. Below is the body camera footage from the deadly shooting death of Herbert Gilbert Jr. W.
Y'all like to scare me.
He's not here. Ma'am, stay back. Stay back. 8 Thomas EMS now, 419 Magnolia. Hey, Thomas, need PD in right as well, got 1 shot.
Put it in reverse, man.
I saw it.
102, 101.
What do you think I did?
They're on the way.
Go back to your house, ma'am. Ma'am. You need to go back in the house. Thomas, I need as many PD units as we can get for crowd control.
147, Thomas, show me in route. 33 trap. 33 trap. 142, 147, 137, or 137, fix that area.
I got it, senor.
For unit 33 traffic. 128, 28. We need 1078, please. 247.
I've seen everything.
42, how far y'all out?
Jackson Hunters on any unit closer. Washington, D.C.
You want to run him over?
No, I watched. I got everything on video.
Y'all clear out the street. Y'all clear out the street. Clear out the street.
You missing around?
They need to go. He almost hit Keith and he almost hit Josh.
EMS is assigned with the scene of security and where the subject was shot.
Tell them to come on, they're good to go to come on in. Y'all got to get out of the way so the ambulance can come. Y'all see how that? Y'all got to move so the ambulance can come. Y'all? Yeah. Hey, y'all got crime scene tape? You got crime scene tape?
Clear, yeah, be notified. Yeah. 23.
SO units. PD's got this north end of Hopkins and Magnolia taken care of. If y'all can come in on the south side of Magnolia and Hopkins, that'd be better.
42's going around South Street. .130, bring your tape with you. Okay. Safe for crowd control 37. $42, 23 on scene. 47 same driver.
I know, I saw it. You're
47, sit right here.
Everything's good.
Where's the shot?
Don't know.
$103 is 1023.
Is he the only one?
Is that a spine board? Where's that? Hey, where's Where's that?
Huh?
What do you need?
Suction.
Okay.
Shut up, dispatch.
112, 142.
Hey, I got 3 kids I need to get out of this house.
Which one? The search warrant was for that house.
That one? Well, the aunt just came up. 3 kids were here. They're 13 years old. Hey guys, can you open up? Your aunt's across the street. I think she's right over here. She's on the other side of that white cross. She's going to come over here with us, okay? Yeah, there's the 3 of y'all. Okay, where's the 3rd one? Come on, bud. Come on, your aunt's here. She wants you across the street. That might be your mom. I thought she said she was your aunt.
Huh?
I hope his camera was running in his truck. I hope.
Well, I'm outside.
He'd like to run over me.
I know. I saw it. I saw it.
Hey, can y'all get the boy to come on out? I'll take these 2 over there.
Who is it? What's his name?
Jay.
Jay.
Come on, bud.
Where's he at?
He's right here. All right. Good, brother. I know you upset. We got friends. Come on in. We got to bring her.
Y'all make sure there's a way to clear out that the thing was out. Hang on!
Get you back to the PD, and so go ahead and move him. Keep what you got on right there. Let's go ahead and get you and get him on out.
My car's to see.
We can take mine.
This one can't be moved. This has nothing to do with
I
it.
can't.
This is ours. This is ours.
Thank you.
Why is that car
We're
there?
coming here to do a search warrant.
Okay, that car got to stay there.
Okay.
There's another vehicle we could
Well, we got other cars here. There's plenty of cars here.
EMS is coming through. We got any calls rolling?
Produce the 3 calling 505 Horseshoe.
Ready to get him out of here? Yeah. Can we take him out of here?
Is any party in calling 23?
Hello?
The other party 23 calling?
The advisor there says he lives behind him. It's going to be a Martha Chestnut subject.
Huh?
I'm there, it's about 30 minutes.
They're about to transport him. They're working on it. The officer, I have to run back to the city, back to the Wingo. That's the car witnesses, I don't know.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we just start trying to gather everybody we can, witnesses? We know we can get all the SO guys over here.
Yeah.
Start doing that. Try to canvass and see if anybody saw anything. Okay. That way we can get those damn statements. I know it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but we gotta do it.
Here's gonna be. I gotta get the idea of this guy. We gotta try to see if we notify his family.
Herbert Gilbert, he lives right there.
He lives right there. Anybody else in there? Family?
Yeah. We didn't even execute the search warrant yet. We ain't been in there. Everybody been in there?
Hey.
We had just got here. Yeah, what happened?
We can't touch nothing. We gotta leave everything like that. Body cam's been on ever since prior to us getting here. It's still on. I can get back to the office and download it ASAP if you need it. It should have everything on there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We go ahead and get it downloaded before you can get it on it. I'll go ahead and get it.
Go ahead and get out.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.